Hi, I'm Jordan Ty, that Rucking guy, and this is day 2 of the 62-mile Rucking Challenge that is meant for the Stop Soldier Suicide project or initiative. Yesterday was my first day. I'm rucking with like about 30 pounds of gear in this pack. I start my video right about where I get to the front of my complex, and right before I started the video, my back and shoulders are already starting to hurt. So again, like from the rip, already starts to suck as soon as you start to walk. Again, I should have probably started lighter, but I don't know. Sometimes I know I'm not that strong, but for some reason I'm still like, no, put some more weight on there. Like, even though I know, or it's like, oh, you haven't done this in a while, like you haven't, whatever, done this exercise in a while. I'll still go pretty heavy on it though. I mean, not like super heavy, but I'll like push myself, and it's usually not a great idea, but doing it for Alec, so can't give up. Consistency, showing up every day. But I tell you, it's so hard to ignore the world and be like, it's a shell casing on the floor. Somebody got shot last night. But it's so hard. That car that was pulling up behind me, I'm like, don't feel like a fucking goof. Don't feel like an idiot with this guy pulling up behind you. Keep your phone up here. Because I saw yesterday that, y'all were looking up my nose yesterday, so I gotta try and keep it up, keep it higher. But shit, now my arm's starting to get tired too. But whatever. So yeah, like I said yesterday, I moved to Arizona like 2 weeks before high school started. And going from the Bay Area to Arizona was such a culture shock. I went from like not being fly enough in the Bay to kids in Arizona being like, why do you match so much? Like, your shoes match your shirt, match your hat, like, why? I'm like, what the fuck? Why not? But these kids would be wearing, a black and green Monster shirt, blue jeans, blue and black Cookie Monster shoes, or a Cookie Monster hat, and like, I don't even know what kind of fucking shoes. It's like, I have thoughts, and then I start getting tired. I can't even get to the end of it. But if I keep trying, if I keep rucking every day, then I'll just be talking like it's nothing, like I don't got 30 pounds on my back. But right now, every step I'm feeling it. But I don't know, made it about the quarter of the way. Got about, I don't even know why I pretend to guess, or I know how much distance I've traveled. I just know we gotta get to the Family Dollar and then to the gas station, and I don't know, I might not get a drink, I might not. Anyway, but while I was in Arizona, I did football in my freshman year. I was like decent at it. I mostly did like kickoff return and punt return, but every kickoff return I'd make it to the 50 at least. The fuck, who cares? well, really, who cares? Because I was, on the football team my freshman year, and then the second semester of the year, you had to take like a generic art credit, and I just got like intro to drama, and so I was just in the class. I wasn't thinking anything of it, and my teacher, Mr. Pye, asked me like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing after school?" I'm like, "Nothing." He's like, "We need somebody in the play. You want to do it?" Fucking sure, And literally, I think it was like How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. It was like a musical, and I had one line. I would roll in on a cart. It was like office building stuff. I would roll in with a cart and yell, "Coffee break!" And all the other characters would run up and get coffee from me. I'm already dripping. And even though I only had the one line, I was asking Mr. Pye on the daily, like, "Hey, so when I walk in, like, should I do it like this? Should I do it like that?" And it's like, buddy, I got a whole fucking play to direct, but I like where your energy's at. I definitely been bitten by the acting bug at that point. And so I actually got my role bumped up. I was coffee break guy, and then by the end of the play, I was also security card guy, who said, "Hey, get back here," as I ran across the stage. But that was like the first play I ever did, freshman year, and then after that I was hooked. I did all the plays afterwards, and each semester, each play, like my role just kept getting bigger and bigger until I was like, the lead and shit senior year, and we did Taming of the Shrew, and that's one of my favorite Shakespeare plays, and also the stage film of a theater performance of that play in like 1973 or 6 is like so good. It's like Commedia dell'arte. That's what we like based our rendition of it on, was that one. I don't even know what I'm saying, dude. Oh my god. But I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm just posting the whole walk to show that I did it, you know what I mean? But if you want a short version, well, you're watching it on TikTok, I guess. I don't even know, dude. Perro. Christ, brother. I mean, it's not so bad this time. I'm still sitting in soup, of course, but I don't know, it feels better. I'm almost to the Family Dollar already. That feels good. I didn't wear my tactical fucking Reebok combat boots today, but I think I'll be alright. I hate that, like, as a society, we've just been so conditioned to, like, not give a fuck about homeless people. It's so insane. Because, like, I don't know, just every time you see somebody, it's like we collectively decided that we don't give a fuck about this person anymore. Christ. Again, I'm trying to have a good point, but I'm so tired. Somebody with their dog. Their doggos. But Yeah, dude. I want these to be interesting. But I'm just so tired. But, you know, day in the life of a soldier, you know, you're rucking all the time with your shit. And like, I'm kind of into EDC, everyday carry, and like, you know, stuff like that. I mentioned tactical earlier. Like, I mean, I don't want to have to claim that I'm tactical, but like, the shit I have is someone who thinks they're fucking tactical. And it's like, were you in the military? Were you, you know, I don't know, were you any of this? It's like, nope. I just want, you know, military ass pants and combat boots. But, oh, shnikey, brother. You know, something that's weird, well, not weird, things are only weird if you refuse to remove whiteness from it, or to dissect the whiteness from it. It's like, you think it's normal, but it's not, you know? Or like, yeah, no, it's just like weird that happens a lot. And it's like, well, white people are doing that a lot. And what I mean is, I'm weirdly, there's this obsession with white people writing movies about like a loser white guy, you know, going against the like taking down the system by himself, you know. And so it's like, what about the screenwriters, or what about, you know, the times right now that has got screenwriters so addicted to writing like this one guy versus the system, you know? Dude, I don't even know. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass at this point. I guess I don't have to be super entertaining the whole time. I mean, you know, this is about the ruck, and about my friend, and about everybody else who takes their lives prematurely, you know. You know, those who look the most put together use the most glue. And you gotta remember that, you know. Check on your friends, check on your good friends, check on the people who light up a room, etc., etc. Because, you know, people usually, there's not a yin and a yang, but two opposite ends of the spectrum. It's like people that grow up really poor, like imagine really rich and lavish lifestyles, and what the fuck was I saying earlier? Oh, Christ. Oh, right. So these people that are like the life of the party or light up a room, they're probably compensating for feeling so negatively the rest of the time. So even people that are like seem happy are probably coping, to be honest. So check on them. I wish I would have checked with my friend more. But, you know, I mean, he's in the military, he's busy, he's off doing, you know, what American propaganda tells us, which is that he's off defending our freedom. I'm so fucking tired.
Wait to cross summery.
The sweat is in my eyes, brother. But yeah, I mean, you know, look, again, I can respect individual service members, but not the military industrial complex. And like, yeah, they say that they say that these people are fighting for our freedoms, but it's like, which one of my freedoms was in Iraq? Which one of my inalienable rights was fucking in Afghanistan? You know, it's like, did they have to go over there? And the answer was no. You know, it's always been no. But you know, the defense sector's got to make their money, so we got to get in another war. So we got to justify it. Like, isn't it crazy how the U.S. government will do this? Well, I mean, white people will do this thing where an enemy is equally like super strong, but also like weak and inferior at the same time. It like makes no sense. It's like, if you hear America talk about the Middle East, it's like, oh, these freaking dudes with flip-flops and AKs who live in caves, they suck. And it's like, oh, okay. And then when we need to justify war with them, they're like, wait a minute, those goat farming cave dwellers are fucking 2 months away from making a nuke. We gotta get in there. And it's like, which is it? Are they poor goat farmers, or are they fucking Tony Stark in a cave? You know? Or say, you know, black people in America, it's like, oh, black people are dumb, black people are inferior, like rah rah rah. But also super deadly, super dangerous, super strong, like dominate, you know, all this and that. And so it's like, which is it? Are they like dumb and inferior, or are 13-year-olds grown men who are like really scary to the police, you know? And it's like, you can't have it both ways, but they do. They try to have it both ways. God damn. All right, so I guess this is supposed to be me giving y'all the political takes. But again, dude, this shit sucks, man. My back hurts so bad. I'm gonna have to find a way to reorganize this ruck, because it is literally a 10-pound plate, a 5-pound plate, two 2-pound plate, or two 2-pound handhelds. That one. Then I have two 2.5 ankle weights, two 1.5 wrist weights, and then I think that's it. But it's all like sitting so awkwardly in the pack. Oh, God. But hey, man. By the end of the 30 days, I feel like I'll be like 8 pounds down or something like that, you know? So that'd be cool. I'm like 176 right now. I'm trying to get to like 155. Or like 165 maybe. I feel like I'm right at the edge of newbie gains, because I've like semi-trained in weightlifting, like on and off for years, but never like fully committed to the transformation. So I'm just like, I like do a couple push-ups last night, my chest is already like blowing up a little bit, and it's like, right, if you just got over that hump of the newbie gains and like onto the other side, I feel like I'd be pretty jacked. But like, dude, I got dysmorphia. I got body dysmorphia the other way though, you know? Like, I don't think I'm, well, yeah, I don't think I'm like, well, sometimes I do. Sometimes I think I'm fat because I make big back decisions a lot. But like, I don't feel small, or I don't feel like I'm not big enough, even though like I'm definitely not big from the inside out. When I look at the mirror and shit, and I'm standing, you know, or whatever, just the feeling within my own body is like, I'm a big motherfucker. I'm a powerlifting motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, I'm big, you know, I'm walking around, and it's like, dude, you've literally never been big or that muscular. You've been like skinny fat like most of your life, and still to this day. So But so I can only imagine what kind of fucking head I'm gonna get on my shoulders when I start like getting actually fit and actually jacked. But no, you know, it'll be all right though. It's like I worked on the mental, spiritual, emotional before I got hot, so don't worry. I'll still be a good dude afterwards. But yeah, the reason why I care about politics so much is that, well, everything is political. You know, you try to get somewhere, you got to take the bus, that's political. You know, paying for your medications, political. Everything around you, everything that you interact with is political on some way or another. And those politics really affect people. And, you know, plenty of us aren't really affected at all because we're poor to begin with. So a lot of things don't change. But actually, here we go. Here's a good subject I can actually stay on topic with, even though I'm exhausted. Is that I already lost it. I tell you, brother, dude. Oh, it's like I'm trying to think. I'm trying to hold on to these thoughts, and the pain in my back, and now the back of my knee, is like so much, dude. But anyway. The reason why your life doesn't change whether Republicans are in power or Democrats are in power is very simple. And that's because when Republicans are in power, they don't actually have any policy ideas and they don't know how to make your life any better. They only know how to make other people's lives worse, right? And that's why we see them targeting, you know, gay people or trans people or like, you know, tax cuts for the rich, like, because they don't have any plan to make your life better. But here's the thing. Is that white supremacy and white people allow Republicans to like do their thing, right, and pass awful legislation. What white people don't realize is that most white people are poor, and so they're gonna feel the negative effects of that policy too. And it's like, congratulations, you played yourself. But that's what white people do. They vote against their own self-interest all the time because of their support of white supremacy. So Republicans, they don't have any policy agenda. They don't have a way to make your life any better. And so that's why like your life doesn't get any better, because they're just trying to make life worse for black and brown people. But inadvertently, white people also feel the brunt of that like legislative discrimination too. So, and then when Democrats are in charge, they play with fucking kitty gloves. They do this thing where, you know, it's like a battle between Republicans and Democrats trying to get their agendas done, and they're constantly like trying to get in each other's way. But Democrats are the only ones that are willing to compromise. But it's like you're literally compromising with the devil. Like, why would we compromise with Republicans on anything? But that's what Democrats do. They try to do this bipartisan, let's make the Republicans happy too, which ends up like alienating actual left-leaning people in the Democratic base, because it's like you're doing shit that the Republicans like. And so they play this kitty game where they're like, oh, maybe if I don't hit the Republicans hard, they won't hit me hard, and so I won't push to pass like, you know, big legislation. But here's the thing, the Republicans are always going to hit hard. They're never not going to like come for us if we give them the chance. So it's like Republicans get power for 2 seconds and it's like, no more gay marriage, trans people not allowed to exist anymore, just like that, because they were given the chance. So why not, when Democrats have power, do they not go for it? Do they not be like, all right, well, free college, you know, healthcare for all? It's like, how come when we talk about things getting better for people, it's always like, well, you know, progress is slow, you gotta wait. But when things want to get worse, it's like, oh yeah, trillions of dollars added to the deficit, you know, taxes go up for poor people, and tax cut for the rich. So it's probably going to screw us over for the next 20 years, but you know, whatever. And it's like, Oh, that's so fucking dumb, dude. But, you know, Americans want to play this, like, us versus them, our team versus them bullshit. And what they don't realize is that, like, you know, both parties are owned by other capitalist rich people. And so... what we need to realize is that both parties are like controlled by capitalism. And here's the thing is that things are never going to change as long as we are still supporting capitalism as an economic system, because we need to so because both parties still support capitalism, it's like nothing substantial is really going to change. Because like with the Democrats, it's like corporate capitalism, where, hey, we don't care what you are. What is it, June? Slap a rainbow on that hoe and let's make some gay money. You know? And it's like they don't care who you are as long as your money's green. And it's exploiting everyone in capitalism as usual. But hey, at least everybody's allowed to participate or like be a part of it. But then on the Republican side, you have like a fascist capitalism where we're gonna kick out all the Mexicans and lock up all the black people and ban all the gays and get rid of all the trans people. And it's like, if you're forcing me to choose between those two options, well then yes, I'm gonna choose the corporate capitalism over like my friends being unalived by some right-wing, you know, nut job. And you know, that's pretty interesting too, isn't it? That 80% of all mass unalivings are committed by straight white conservative men. And like, here's something, right? Because I know the rest of us are pissed off and don't like how things are going. But like, let me ask a real honest fucking question here. If straight white men aren't happy in society, and straight white men who society is fucking built around, built to uplift and comfort and serve, and they're not happy, well shit, brother, how do you think the rest of us feel? If you're unhappy and this is who this is for, well then, like, can we please try something else? Can we literally do anything else? Like, cause guys, patriarchy, white supremacy, and capitalism are not working for us, you know? And so if it's not working for straight white men, then what the fuck are we doing? You know? It's like, literally we can't do it. We can't do something else. And yeah, that really is the thing, is that white supremacy doesn't really serve white people that well, and patriarchy doesn't serve men that well. And like, it hurts people of color and gays and women way more, but like, patriarchy also hurts men, you know? And so the guys, we need to get together and talk about some real change, you know what I mean? Because like, the further I've grown as a man, I just, like, every time I'm confronted with how I've been acting or how I show up in my relationships, it's like, just this, you know, toxic part of my brain that's like demanding respect, or, you know, I don't even know what it wants, but it's just like, I'm a man, treat me like a man. And it's like, that's the most pussy shit ever. But what I mean to say is that there's me, the human, who's like very loving and caring and shit, and then there's this like little gremlin that like wants coochie and is disappointed when I don't get it. Like, and how do we remove that toxicity from our brain, you know? And it's taken me, well, I've kind of always been like left-leaning and like feminist and open to, you know, women's problems and suffering and like patriarchy and stuff. But like, that still doesn't separate me from being a man who has not been great to every woman I've ever known, obviously. But I've tried to be good at most, if not all. But you know, right, like at the end of the day, I'm still a guy. And so no matter how sweet or understanding or like, oh, you get it, Jordan, I am. It's like there's still a lot to unlearn, to unpack. Like I tell you, brother, when sometimes I get in that zone where it's like you flip and your girl will notice it, you know what I mean? It's like, who is this? My eyes are burning. I still have to go to the gym after this. I gotta go to the gym after this, and I gotta go drive after this. Oh, I'm almost there though. I think today I might get a Monster because, even though I feel like I got through it quicker this time, it feels worse. Oh man. But yeah, I'll get into this zone where I'm just like so pissed off and I'm so angry, and I just rile myself up and I start stacking other events of like, oh yeah, this happened and this, and I was disappointed with that, and you didn't do this and you didn't do that, and like etc. And like it really feels like some Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde shit, you know? But now I try to hide, and that's process how I feel. You know, you're not just angry. Those are a masking emotion, you know? There's something deeper underneath. So figure out how you feel, why you feel that way. Decide what you're gonna do, and then evaluate your behavior. You know, evaluate how and what you did when you were angry, and like, was that cool? Probably not. Sorry. Maybe after this rucking challenge I could just sit down and talk so I can actually have some thoughts laid out. It's like the sweat in my eyes, the pain in my back and shoulders, and my just pure exhaustion is not letting me fucking get off a coherent thought for longer than 10 seconds at a time. But we're almost there. Christ. Damn near broke my ankle. Christ. All right. Pulling up to the gas station. get a drink and call it a day. Alright. I made it to the gas station. Now I'm on my way back. I'm a monster this time. Because I'm a bad boy who doesn't listen to his own advice. See, now this shit hits the spot. Yesterday, when I had my PC and I was like, oh, it tastes so good, I was capping a little bit. I mean, it tastes good, but it's not like that pull of a cigarette when you really need it, you know what I mean? Not that I smoke. But, yeah, this is more like a cigarette after sex. God. Well, today wasn't so productive of a conversation, but that's all right. It's only day 2. I got 30 days to get really good at abling. Like, dude, hello? I think I'm having a stroke. God, and yeah, to know, I think we got pull day today. Like, God, disgusting. Well, at least it's not leg day. I don't think I can fucking handle a leg day right now. I can't wait to get inside my motherfucking apartment, I'll tell you that. Oh, but yeah, then I gotta change, head straight to the gym, and then come home, head straight to work. Oh my God. Like, I can barely hold the phone up at this point. I'm like, my eyes are burning. Like, and I can't help it. This doesn't help. God, it's a nightmare. But yeah, just I told you, when I start getting tired and in pain, I just shut my mouth, brother. I'm just like, okay, if I'm gonna be miserable, I'm just like, if there's nothing I can do about it till it's done, then I'm gonna just shut my brain off, and just try to get it done. Because there's no reason to complain if there's nothing you can do about it. And right now, the only thing I can do about it is put one foot in front of the other and try not to fall. I'm literally losing my balance as I walk. But we're getting there. We're almost there. Here's a song. Here's a song I've been listening to. I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of? No, I don't know why that was the first thing that popped in my head. Christ. This shit is so fucking heavy. Well, should have went through that exit gate while it was open. I'm sorry, guys. I promise I'll get better as we go along. I mean, but yeah, like, this is the real shit, man. You know, no minimal cuts, minimal edits. It's just like, this is what it was like. I was miserable. I decided to just bite my tongue and get through it, and that's how I got through it.